All right, Josh, unboxing video. I like your unboxing videos. Thought I'd do one of my own. I'm under the harsh glare of the fluorescent light, which is not the sort of light I prefer to do this under, but I need a goodly amount of light. This is like office space light, you know? But the Koreans use it for their homes. Doesn't bother them any. Anyway, what do I got here? Well, this is according to the BIOS, this is a Samsung PC purchased in 2014. It has a Core i3 4150 with 3.5 gigahertz speed of 3.5 gigahertz processor. And I found it discarded along with this Samsung monitor. I didn't bother to measure it until just now. That's 70 centimeters, 27 inch corner to corner, 27 inch monitor. I could fit this in the isolation booth, and I may do that depending. I don't really need it there. I'm pretty happy with the smaller monitor that's there now. But anyway, I found these discarded. You know, the apartments here, the high-rise apartments, they have, trash day, but also recycling day. And they throw out their old things. In the West, we have keeping up with the Joneses. Here, I guess it would be called keeping up with the Kims. I don't keep up with the Kims. I have no interest in keeping up with the Kims. I just watch to see what they're throwing away. I have a new goal. I reckon, when my Temple album was recorded and mixed and somewhat mastered, that was in 2006, 2007. Those processors back then were good enough. And I reckon an i3 from 2014. Definitely, my MSI is getting on 7 years old now. It's an i7. And sometimes I worry about it's the laptop, And those MSIs, I'm not happy with the way it's held up. The case, the plastic on the case has been brittle, even though I've handled it with extreme care. Little pieces have broken off, like around the plastic speaker grills. Or maybe those are the cooling fan vents. I don't know. Little fins of plastic have broken off. I just worry. What if the thing just blows up? Well, here's a backup. And so the previous owner had it password protected, so I had no interest in seeing her stuff, whatever it might be. So I just nuked it and reformatted it. That took 6 hours. Safe mode and global restore. But anyway, and it has a spinning drive, so at some point I'll have to source a cheap SSD. There's no problem here. I'm about to show you, remember I mentioned I was going to the store for a long HDMI cable I was at that store again tonight, and there was a bin that I missed, and it was what would you call it? Not the jackpot bin. It was kind of the jackpot bin. It was the mother load of HDMI cables and VGA cables. 15-meter HDMI cable for $10. I didn't have the $10 tonight. I had other things to get. It's not a priority. Here's the priority. This monitor. So I got this thing working here. It works. But the HDMI output is like a finicky woman. I dare, once the HDMI output starts working, I scarcely dare acknowledge the fact in the recesses of my own mind before she just folds her arms and turns her back and mopes in the corner. And then I'm back on VGA, which is no good because I like 1920 by 1080. Cakewalk is claustrophobic with a VGA output resolution. So I've got it. So anyway, now I get to my unboxing. Yes, I'm long-winded. I know, but this is just between us guys. You know, this is only for those who can appreciate. So I don't keep up with, I don't keep up with the Kims. I look to see what they're throwing out, and my new goal is never to buy another computer again as long as I live. Why should I go buying computers? I mean, pretty soon, all the new cutting edge stuff is going to be, well, okay, so planned obsolescence. And there'll probably come a point where you can't send an email without the latest cutting edge AI. Well, quantum computing will probably never come to the home, but who knows, right? Windows 10 is getting phased out. That's done in October. I think that my MSI is not even capable of upgrading to Windows 11. So there we go. But I may end up like, I mean, it's one thing to do things the old way in terms of like analog and 4-track and reel-to-reel. Some point, you know, it might be like I'm back in the Stone Age, just running Cakewalk on Windows 10, running my own security. Well, anyways, the unboxing. So for the finicky female HDMI port, I've got a bypass solution. This is USB 3.0, and that's going to be backwards, I think, isn't it? Is it going to be backwards? Can we read that? Yeah, it's backwards, I think. 3,000. The little orange sticker says 3,000. That's about $2 US. Right around $2, maybe a little less. And it has so it's a USB 3.0 out to one VGA output, one HDMI output. And I got one of these for my main machine, the MSI in the studio. And it took a little bit of doing, but I did get it to work. I had to download the latest driver. This is a Korean brand, Nexi, but It's an OEM chip, whatever is inside is OEM. I found the name of it in the device manager and managed to source the latest driver and got it to work. So I should be able to do that in theory anyway. I should be able to do that with this. But here's the more interesting unboxing. So yeah, I'll unbox that in a minute. This is actually, the box is in pretty rough shape. It's a cutout store, and originally this was like 23,000 something, 23,100. That would be like, I don't know, 17, 18 bucks. But here's a more interesting unboxing, because I don't know if it's going to work out. I am faffling. Sometimes it's fun to faffle, to fuck around and find out. That could be fun, right? Especially if the price of admission to faffling is in near 2001, or I don't know, $1.30 US, $1.30, something like that. Now, found this monitor with no power supply. Took it anyway, because I know the cutout store has power supplies. I forget the exact amperage, but 14 volts, something like 2.8 amps. You see the sticker here? This is a recycling disposal sticker. You gotta pay a little money to get these stickers to like be totally proper about throwing them away. It had 4 of them. I already removed 3 of them, and it's got some adhesive residue. And so if I can fire this bad boy up, I'm going to be consulting the Brave browser AI to ask it, would it be kosher? It's good to talk to the AI in terms that it understands and is intimate with. Would it be kosher to use WD-40 to remove sticker residue from a computer monitor screen? They say you can put this stuff on your salad. I don't know who said that. I've heard it said that it won't kill you to ingest it. And it can be used for, it's like baking soda. It's like the baking soda of petroleum distillates. Isn't it? Wait a minute. It's not technically a petroleum distillate, is it? Smells like one, though. It's flammable. Flammable. But anyway, I've used it to remove gunk before. All kinds of gunk, just not from a computer monitor screen. This is a Samsung. It's nice. It's old, but it's nice. It's in good condition. It's got it's got 2 inputs. It's got a VGA input and a DVI, some weird input that I've never dealt with before. Okay, so here is the unboxing of the adapter power supply. Are you ready? I was in the cutout store taking back 2 long VGA cables that I decided not to use, and exchanging that about let's say $5, 5,001 to in exchange, and I got this 3,000, this 2,000 exchange. But I was like, I had this one picked out, and right up to the store was just about to close. I had like 2 minutes left, and I was rummaging through the adapters and the power supplies. 14 volts is not that common. Saw a lot of 18 volts, quite a few 19 volts, 12 volts, 9 volts. Finally, at the very last minute, with like 10 seconds to go, as the floor manager was clearing his throat over my shoulder, 14 volts. And this is just under 3,000 milliamps. It's rated on the back, like 2.8 amps. And this one here, I'm not going to try to show it to you on the camera. The print is too small. But it says 14 volts, 1.786 amps. 1.786 amps. Full amp short of the rating. Will it work? Fuck around and find out. It's $1.30. And I can take it back. They'll let me take it back. I can exchange it for a Coca-Cola if I want. You'd love this store, Josh. I'm gonna get a webcam for the isolation booth for when I track, so I can make faces into the camera while I track vocals on pointless live streams. And I didn't have the money tonight, but they've got like this. They got like this $40 webcam in there for $7. They got all kinds of shit in there. Man, if you ever decide to come here on a visit, you will have a room to yourself. You'll have privacy. Full kitchen access. And, well, you'll sleep in my studio with your own bathroom. My wife will have to endure my snoring at night. Not even in the same room, though, but in an adjacent room. But that's fine. And you and I'll go to King Kong. The store is called King Kong. The cutout store. King Kong. You and I go to King Kong. It's good times, man. So here's the moment of truth. I am presently fucking around, and I'm about to find out. Because I don't know, man. Now I'm reasonably sure that I can't cause this thing any damage. It's 14 volts. It's rated 14 volts. This is 14 volts. Okay. But I don't even know if this pin is going to fit. I have no idea. This is the unboxing. I unceremoniously took it out of the box, which was already torn open, with not even any attempt to tape it shut. That's my unboxing. Kind of underwhelming, but this is how I'm rolling. $2, $1.30 item. All right, so there it is. I guess I'm going to have to finish removing this. Well, that's a nice big piece that came off there. Okay, so here's the question. Now I'm all right. So I know something about amps from having pedal boards. Okay, like I've got a power supply. Okay, it's not like it's nothing fancy like the Voodoo Labs with all the isolated outputs and all that shit. It's called the Godlike, Godlyke, Godlike power supply. I think it's a 3 amp. It's just a little wall wart. It's light. I mean, you could put it in your pocket and forget about it. And just run daisy chains off it. or stick it. I actually had it. Well, now I've just got it. I only have 5 pedals left on my board, so I'm just daisy chaining that one. But it's 3 amps, and that was one time enough to power a fairly sizable pedal board. Okay. So I know, so 3 amp power supply with more than enough amperage, 3 amps is way more than I need for 5 pedals, but it's not hurting anything. So that would logically mean that if I'm underamping this thing, it's not going to hurt it. Question is, will it light up? Remember, I was driving home and I was remembering, was it Letterman, the late night with Letterman, when they would do that "Will It Float" thing? Will it float? Will it float? Remember that? That was great. With the girls in the swimsuits with the fucking angle grinders. I don't know. They had some kind of like wearing some kind of like something around their waist that would shoot sparks. They're like dancing and grinding the angle grinders against their hips, making all these showers of sparks. Will it float? It's like, will it light up? Will it light up dimly? All right. Here we go. The PC is fired up. And first we're going to find out, will it fit? Will it fit? So I'm peering back to the machine, and here's the moment of truth. No drum rolls, because the drum kit's in the other room. Okay, where is it? I gotta feel around. Oh, there it is. Okay. Feels promising. Feels like, okay, I have the pin at the mouth of the hole, kind of like that moment, the moment right before insertion. Is it going to fit? Okay, I'm applying a little bit of pressure and a little bit more pressure and a little bit more pressure, and we're in. We're in. We're actually in. It fits. I'm going to pull it out again and push it in again. I want to relive that little moment. Did you hear that little click? It fits, okay? It actually fits. And now, here is what I told you about the Korean plugs. I think they use the same ones in parts of Europe, if not all of Europe. Right? That one. Yeah, and no ground. Okay? I think when they built the electrical grid here, grounding was not a big priority. So, here goes. I am plugging it in right now. 1, 2, 3, in, and you're going to see it before I do. Okay, I'm just going to have to let that hang there. I don't see anything yet. And, well, look at that. Would you look at that? There's a box that is sort of, yeah, it's doing that screensaver thing across the screen. 8-bit graphics. DVI. Cable Yangyal plugin. That means check cable connection. All right. Let me see. Well, I plugged the VG. I got it hooked up with VGA right now, and I plugged. Oh, I see. Ah, yeah. I made a short live stream yesterday. I think yesterday. This PC, this machine has two VGA outputs, and one of them is connected to the graphics card, and the other is not. And I think I plugged it into the one that is not connected to the graphics card, video card. Oh, my back. Okay. Now I am proceeding to unplug the VGA from the one that's not connected to the graphics. What do you call it? The graphics card, the video card. Now I'm connecting it to the video card, and what do we get? What do we get? Anything? Nothing. I'm looking at the camera. I can see that there's nothing. Well. Isn't that disappointing? Is it my VGA cable? This is an old VGA cable, and it's rusty. And I had two other VGA cables, but I returned them tonight. Well. I just so happen to have an adapter that might just ameliorate the situation. I want to pause this video and go find that adapter. I hope I don't hit the wrong button. Pause. Okay, so I tried this adapter. 75 cents, maybe 70 cents. But no dice. This VGA cable is rusty and easily 20 years old. Maybe I shouldn't have returned. I had a 15-meter VGA cable that I'd gotten for $1.30. So what am I left with? So I know the VGA out works on this, no problem. It's either that cable or it's the VGA input on this monitor. Another unboxing. So this one I actually kind of have to let me see, do I have my knife? Do I have my knife? I do. $1.30. I can think of some things I'd like to do with this. All right, so I'm probably just going to, I'm not going to tax your time too much longer, sir. Oh, I'm talking to Josh because this is an unboxing, and Josh has been doing unboxings. But I'm also talking to you, DJ, and Phil. You guys need to check out, you other guys need to check out Phil T's channel. He just did a studio tour video. Nico, I sent you the link in Discord. Nico, I'm talking to you too. I'm talking to all you guys. Okay, so here it is. I just unboxed it, again, unceremoniously. Took it out of the box while I was talking about other shit. Here it is. It even came in this gossamer kind of like, it's like a stretchy, something like between plastic and It's a type of, definitely a type of plastic, but it's kind of, it's got a bit, it's satiny, you know? It's rather sensuous for such a mundane item. There it is. And the chip thing inside is what is it called? The some I forget the name of the company. Something Logic. So I'm going to pause this while I've got to I've got to I got to get another monitor from up there. Yeah, I got to plug this into another monitor so I can get on the internet, see what this does in the device manager. Probably going to have to download and install the driver for it, and then I'll unpause the video. So this is the fucking around, and I'll unpause the video for the finding out, and hopefully I'll keep this under 40 minutes. Just unpausing this real quick for a minute because I'm concerned that if I leave it paused too long, it may just stop the recording. Call me paranoid. But I just did the reinstall. You know, it was halfway through the 6-hour reinstallation process 24 hours ago, and already I'm in need of updates and a restart. I just want to say, isn't it comforting to know that Uncle Billy has our backs? Not yours, Josh, because you're in Macworld. Speaking of which, you might have noticed that I've been wearing this shirt in every appearance that I make these days, because this is Steve Jobs in me. This is my early spring shirt. I wear it every day. It's touching in a way, isn't it? Uncle Billy is looking out for me, making sure that I have my security patches. You know, in this benighted world, this veil of tears, precious few and far between are such comforting notions as this one. Uncle Billy has got my 6 when it comes to security patches and updates. Never mind the back doors in the Israeli chip that have been around at least since the days of Sandy Bridge. But I digress. HDMI, I'm not going to say anything. Things are proceeding. I'm going to pause it again and go get myself a cola.